When we think about mental health recovery, our minds usually go to therapy or meds, right? But what if a huge key was actually education? We're going to dive into this really fascinating program today that's built on that exact idea. It's all about offering free, top-notch learning on metabolic health as a totally new path to recovery.
So that really is the big question here, isn't it? Could something like structured education combined with community support be that missing piece of the puzzle for someone's recovery? It's a pretty powerful thought, because it shifts the focus from just being a patient in a clinical process to actively learning and empowering yourself. Okay, so what is this thing? It's officially called the Metabolic Psychiatric Recovery Program, and it's run by a registered nonprofit, Brain Fog Recovery Source. Basically, it's a free program that teaches you all about ketogenic metabolic therapy. Think online courses, live Q&A sessions, community support, the whole shebang. And this is super important, so I want to stress it right now. It is educational. It is not medical treatment.
All right, so to help you figure out if this program is right for you or maybe someone you care about, we're going to walk through 5 things. What this new path is all about, who can apply, what the program actually involves, some really key things you got to understand, and then how to take the next steps.
First up, a new path to recovery.
Okay, and this is something I really want to highlight. Just because this is a free pathway for folks on disability, it is not a watered-down or light version of the program. Nope, you get the exact same high-quality, comprehensive program and support that private paying participants get. There are absolutely no corners cut here.
All right, Section 2, who is eligible to apply? So let's get right to it. There are some core requirements, and these are pretty much non-negotiable. You need to be an adult dealing with a serious mental illness, and you have to be receiving government-recognized disability benefits. Now, this next one is absolutely crucial. You must have a medical professional, a doctor, who is currently overseeing your medications. And listen, they don't need to be a keto expert or anything, but they absolutely have to be in the loop and willing to discuss these strategies with you.
And to verify that disability status, you're going to need some specific paperwork from the current year. So for those of you in the United States, we're talking about a Social Security award letter or one of those annual benefit statements. If you're in Canada, it's a CPP disability award letter or a provincial disability approval, like from ODSP or PWD. For anyone else internationally, they look at it on a case-by-case basis. You'll just need equivalent official documents. Now you might be wondering, what if I'm not on government disability, but I am low income? Well, there is a separate low income pathway. It's important to know this is a different track with partial scholarships. It's not a guarantee and may not be completely free like the disability pathway.
Okay, so what does the program actually involve?
Right, so if you're eligible, the next thing to think about is what's expected of you. This is not a sit back and watch kind of thing. You're expected to be an active participant. That means attending at least one live Q&A session every week. You'll engage with the 12 online course modules, but you can do that at your own pace, which is nice. And a really cool part is you can enroll a caregiver or a support person with you at no extra cost. You'll need to be comfortable using things like Zoom and Google Drive. And bottom line, you have to take responsibility for your own journey, asking questions and tracking your own progress.
And we have to talk about money for a second. While the program is free, actually doing the therapy has some costs you need to plan for. I'm talking about the food itself. Nutritious stuff like meat, eggs, and healthy fats. You likely need some basic supplements, like electrolytes. There are ketone testing supplies, and of course, any copays for doctor's visits to keep an eye on your medications. It's just really important to be realistic about these out-of-pocket expenses from the start.
All right, let's move on to some key things to understand. Okay, this next part is maybe the most important part of this whole explainer for setting expectations. So please listen closely. Let's be crystal clear about what this program is and what it is not. It is an educational program. It is a supportive coaching environment, and it is a supplement to your existing care team. What it is not medical or psychiatric treatment. It is not a replacement for your doctor, and the program does not coordinate with your healthcare providers. You are the one who has to bridge that gap.
And that brings us to privacy. Again, let's be super direct. This is a shared group environment. The Q&A sessions are recorded for all the other participants to see. Discussions happen in a community forum. What it is not confidential in the way a doctor's office is. It is not HIPAA or GDPR compliant because, again, it's not a medical service. It's not a private one-on-one thing. So if total privacy is what you need, this group model is just not going to be for you.
So, does this program guarantee results?
Absolutely not. And honestly, that's the only real answer, right? Recovery is so personal and complex. This program gives you the education, it gives you the tools, but the actual results, they depend on your own biology, your effort, how you work with your doctor on medications, a ton of factors. Think of it as a powerful tool in your toolbox, not a magic bullet.
I am going to read this next part verbatim because it is the single most important rule of this whole program. Quote, "Under no circumstances will anyone teaching or facilitating this program provide guidance or advice regarding medication decisions." Let me just say that again. No one in the program will give you advice on your meds. Any and all changes have to be discussed with your licensed prescriber. Period. Full stop.
All right, time for our last section, how to take the next steps. Okay, so if you've listened to all of this, the eligibility, the commitment, the really firm boundaries, and you still feel like, yeah, this could be for me, then here's how to apply. It's a simple two-step process. First, you're just going to send an email expressing your interest. Super important, do not send any of your private documents yet, just an email saying you're interested. After that, the team will get in touch to schedule a Zoom call with you, and that's where you'll both figure out if the program is truly a good fit.
And that brings us right back to our big question from the beginning. Look, this program clearly isn't for everybody. It demands a lot: active participation, medical oversight, and you have to respect those hard boundaries. But for the right person, at just the right time, could education actually be the most powerful tool of all? It's a really powerful thought to leave you with.